This weekend's historic matchup with Alabama has a lot of people trying to grab some last-minute seats to the game. The last time the Tide played at Camp Randall was actually back in 1928. But if you buy tickets officially through Wisconsin Athletics, the game's actually sold out. But there are still tickets available on the resale market. We've been keeping an eye on SeatGeek all week long. And the last couple of days, 2 tickets were around $160. Now, keep in mind, that's with the ticket fee. It's a little bit less, but they stick those fees on the end. So we wanted to put that number in. That will sit you in section JJ, which is way up here. It's on the second level of the Wisconsin bench. Today, tickets have gone down to about $120 a piece with those fees again. That's also to sit on that second level of Wisconsin side of the field. Wisconsin and Alabama kick off at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Stick with WMTV Sports Team as Jocko and Andrew cover this historic matchup.